Hey y'all, it's me, Cody, and Diamond. Diamond's here in my lap. I think you can see her little heat. Today is January 31st, and I've got a lot to do today. And I've wasted the morning reading and knitting, and it's about lunchtime now. It's 11:24. But I wanted to come in and film a little bit because I have some stuff to show you. I've been doing quite a bit of knitting and reading and things, and I just wanted to come and kind of quickly go through this. Otherwise it would take, I don't know, forever before I can it'll probably be another couple weeks before I can record. Anyway, I have a little bit of knitting to show you. I'll talk about a couple books I'm reading, and I will go a little bit through my bullet journal. So, first thing, I did finish a couple things. A girl that I work with asked me to knit her some little baby booties, and so I did that. Look how stinking cute. Also, I'm recording this on my iPad, so if the quality is different or something, I'm sorry, but I've been having a hard time getting video onto from my phone onto my iPad where I do my editing. So until I can take the time to figure that out, or what I'd really like to do is buy a camera. This is what I'm gonna have to do for now. But I just, she wanted white. I had some white, I think this is I Love This yarn, because it's soft. I know it's not Red Heart, Super Saver or anything like that because of the softness. But I just had a little thing of that, and took me a couple hours. Pulled up a video on YouTube. I can't even remember. I just typed in knitted baby booties, and there you go. I think they're really cute and sweet. So I finished those. I love this. A very nice person sent me this, and you know who you are, and I just really appreciate it. I love it so much. So Kirby wanted me to knit her something for her birthday, which was this past month in January. She gave me yarn and said, I want you to knit me something with this sometime this year for my birthday. So, but she wanted to kind of pick out what she wanted me to knit her, so I gave her some options and she picked. But this is Woolfolk, and it's TYND. And this is fingering weight. It's color 13. It's 223 yards and 50 grams. And so she gave me like 5 of these little skeins. And decided to do, I'm trying to show you the pattern. It's super soft, and she wanted to do something that would be around her head, around her neck, like a shawl or something. And so I thought about the storm shawl. She liked that. I've knit it before. That's by Joji Locatelli, and it's pretty easy. It's fun, actually. I love the little drop stitch section. But I've cast that on and knitted some. So I finished. I'm doing this on my Leica needles. I like them fair enough. I don't like the cord. The needles are fine. I just hate the cord. But anyway, I've done the cast on. I've done the first drop stitch section, and I am now here in a little eyelet section. So that's fun. This is the yarn. It's really pretty. It's like I call it green. Other people might call it blue. It might be a mixture of those two. It's maybe like I think of like algae, kind of sea foamy. I don't know. It's just like a bluey green. That's pretty close, what you're seeing there. So I've done a little bit on that. I cast this on and then because I was waiting on some yarn, which came, and I promptly stopped working on this and started knitting on this other thing you're about to see. And it has taken up most of my time. It's been going really fast, actually. Let's see, what day did I cast it on? I have it here in my new bullet journal. Let's see. I cast this on the 15th of January. It's the 31st, so I've been working on, I guess, about 2 weeks. The first week I cast it on, I like knit a crap ton on it. And this week I've been a little bit busier, and so I haven't had as much time, but I did knit on some of it this morning. But I've gotten pretty far, so I'm not upset. It is the Montrealer. It's a hoodie. This is the pattern. I'm doing this as kind of a knit along with some of my knit night peeps. So first off, the main color I'm using, I got this from Knit Picks. This is Wool of the Andes Worsted Weight, and this is in the penguin colorway. It's like a black gray charcoaly kind of color. And these are 110 yards and 50 grams. 100% Peruvian wool. So I've got a bunch of these. And this is the contrast color I have. It's not really, it's hard to show this color because it's so rich. It's like bright blue but dark blue at the same time. I don't really know how to describe that other than it's bright blue, but it's dark blue at the same time. Like it's more dark, but in certain lights you see it's like almost glows or something. But anyway, that's that. And let me see if I can find the ball band. I probably cannot. I think it's Sapphire Heather. And then I had this little pop of colors. That needed a pop of color. I kind of wish I would have did this one as the main one. This one's Ocean, I think. All of it came from Knit Picks. So I wanted a sweater quantity of yarn that wasn't going to break the bank. But I've been really enjoying this pattern. This is how far I am. Sorry for that noise. So I'm knitting the 4th size. You start at the top, do your raglan, and this is a hoodie, so it's meant to be a bit bigger. And I've done all the raglan. This is the little pop of color there, and this is the contrast. I love it though, either way. And then these little markers here are for the pocket that goes in front of the hoodie. So, and then from that there you have, for me, I have to knit about 50 more rows, and I'm about almost 20 rows past that. Then you do some magic and knit a pocket or whatever, and then you do the hem. So it's almost, the body's almost finished. And then you do pick up again and you knit there's a hood, because it's a hoodie. So I'm doing it just like the pattern says. It's really fun. This wool is not like the softest wool ever, but I'm gonna be wearing shirts under it because it's a hoodie. But also I think it'll soften up quite a bit when I do wash it. But I didn't want to do like a super wash yarn. And mainly because I've never really knit with something that wasn't really superwash. So it's pretty. I think it's going to be a good size. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good size. So yeah, I've been loving doing that. So I wanted to show you that. I'm knitting it on ChowGoo needles, my favorite. And I have a little beginning of the round marker here. This is from a little advent calendar. I had a Harry Potter advent calendar, not 2020, but 2019. And I love these. They're wooden, and they're big, but they're really light. And so they don't, get on my nerves or anything. I am going to have lots of ends to weave in. The main color I am carrying up the side, but anytime I change the contrast, I cut. So I'll have to weave in all those. Plus, these are 50-gram balls. Excuse me. Let me have a sip of my coffee. And so they run out fast. But yeah, I've been really enjoying that. I wanted to show you that. Of course, I do have other whips but I haven't really worked on them. So I just wanted to go through and show you those. And I have been enjoying that a lot. And yeah, I've been really busy with work and school. The one thing about work, though, is for most of the day, I'm not seeing patients yet because, well, they all have to see the doctor first. They have to establish care with the practice first. And I'm not an oncologist. I'm an advanced oncology certified nurse practitioner, but I'm not an oncologist. So I can't technically, even though I know what they need to be on usually, I can't technically, start a treatment plan like that, because that's just how things are. It's outside my scope of practice as working in a specialty. But anyway, I have some meetings and stuff, but really I don't have a whole lot going on at work. So I am using that time as much as I can to stay atop of my schoolwork. And so in the evenings I get a little bit more time off. And plus, it's like 10 minutes to work instead of an hour now. And so I feel like I have a lot more time, and that's marvelous. So that's really all the knitting I have. I finished these cute little things. Look how cute. And working on the sweater and the shawl. The sweater is the hoodie is kind of a priority a little bit, just because I've just been enjoying knitting it. What is it? You're not getting all the attention? Or are you mad because there's not a blanket? That's what it is. Her bed her doggy bed is down there. And that's where I keep her she has her own little blankets because she gets cold. And she's a spoiled little doggy. Okay, so I've been reading a couple of books. The main one I've been reading, other than textbooks, is this book, The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. This is the second book. I don't know what the Broken Earth trilogy is the trilogy name. I read the 5th season last year, toward the end of last year. And then this is The Obelisk Gate, so it's the second one in this. It's an adult fantasy book. I'm really enjoying it. I am on page 259 when I picked this back up. And yeah, it's just one of those books I really could sit and read all day. I have to pace myself because I have other things to do. But yeah, I'm really... I've been having a lot of fun with this trilogy. Anyway, been reading that. And then one of the girls at work started reading this book called Queenie. And she was just laughing while she was reading it. And I was like, I want to read it. She's telling me a little bit about it. It seems like it's full of drama, and it's kind of funny. And it's not a book that I would typically gravitate toward. Like I said, I pretty much like more like fantasy, adventure thrillers. But yeah, so one girl was reading it, and so she's telling us about it, and now I think there's 2 other people from in my office have gotten this book, and we're gonna all read it together. So I read a couple chapters. This poor girl. A little brief synopsis on the back. It'll probably be better than what I'm saying. Her boyfriend has asked her to leave their apartment. Her boss doesn't seem to see her. Her Jamaican British family doesn't seem to hear her. Her best friends try but fail to help her. Queenie is in a spiral. As she careens from one questionable decision to another, she finds herself wondering, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Who do you want to be? All the quandaries today's woman must face in a world trying to answer them for her. So yeah, it's something different. So yeah, I started reading that. I'll let you know how that goes. Anyway, okay, it's getting way too long. I wanted to show you, because I've mentioned, you guys know I love my bullet journal. This is last year's bullet journal, and I kind of stuffed my, I got a lot of Christmas cards last year, and I really like to keep Christmas cards, and I just kind of stuffed them in the back here so I can keep them together. But every year it kind of changes. Bullet journal, I use it for different things. I love it because I can set it up. It takes some time when you're first setting it up, but I can set it up to be what I need it to be. And I really love what I've done with it this year, and I've been able to utilize it more. But it can be, there can be people who are super artistic, and they do these beautiful artsy, craftsy drawings. Some people watercolor in them, all kinds of stuff like that. The original bullet journaling method is by Ryder Carroll, I believe. I should look it up. It's very minimalist. It's not meant originally to be, super time consuming, but a lot of people who do art and things, they enjoy doing it. It's therapeutic for them. And it's also functional. So anyway, I kind of have like a future log here where you can put things that are coming up, like birthdays, events that are coming up in the future. And then you can see I don't do a whole lot of art. I just kind of draw. I'm not going to show you these pages, but I have 2 pages. One here is where I keep up with my licensure information. So my RN, my nurse practitioner, my DEA, my AOCMP certification, ACLS, BLS. When do they expire and what are the numbers? I keep up with that here. I also have a password keeper. I'm not recommending that you do that. I do it, but if you lose your book, that's not good. But I basically just wrote licensure info, password keeper, and then made a list. I had a little wish list section. I had a little goals. I didn't do a whole lot with that. My goals: pay off credit card debt. I did pay off. I did pretty good with that. Get accepted in DMP program. I did that. Increase my savings. I did that. Run 12 5Ks. I did not do that. Read 18 books. I did more than that. I think I read 20 something, 25 or something like that. I can't remember. I Had intentions to do a savings tracker. I'll show you. This is my reading log and collection books. These are books that are certain ones from Barnes and Noble that are like collector's editions, and I just kind of get those when they are on sale. And this is books that I read, and I kind of just wrote the name, the author, and when I finished it. I had this little at the movies, and I went to one movie at the movies because COVID. I didn't use this as much as I thought I would, but things to check out, and I just had like movies, podcasts, music, books. Knitting project tracker, I didn't keep up with that very much last year. I didn't keep up with a whole lot. This is one of my most useful, is my bill tracker, and basically I put the bill, the date it's due, and then January, February, March, April, May, June, July, all the way through December. And when I pay the bill, I color in the little square. That's how I keep up with I've paid my bills, because I'm weird. So this is pretty much, you know, then I have like January, I list the date, and then I can put, you know, important events here. And then I have like a monthly to-do list. Again, the little date, I had some stickers with the calendar. And then upcoming events is stuff that usually is coming up the next month. I attempted to do some trackers, like did I drink enough water, that kind of stuff, and I failed at that. But then this was how I was doing my weekly, week 1, week 2. I put the date, and then I just have space for me to keep up with my tasks that I need to do. I've changed that around a bit. But here's what I really love about my bullet journal. Okay, so I do that for the whole month, and then I don't set up the next month until it's time. And so here's February, right? Very similar. But what I love about my bullet journal is things like this I like to keep up with. So that day I went bowling with some of my friends, and here's some pictures. This day we went to botanical gardens, and you know, just a little, not quite a scrapbook, but kind of a scrapbook, right? So just a little memories. I have in here where my papa passed away, and then my uncle passed away. So it's just little things to help, you know, remind me of things. My friend Brooke's birthday. I had a little special page for RBG. And I had this People magazine article, and I just put that in there. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, you know, last year's journal. This year, I've made it a lot more, I've been using it a lot more, because I knew I was in school, and I was able to set up from the beginning with that in mind. So I just kind of took a theme. I wanted to do kind of like a blue and gold theme. I bought this book. It's an Archer and Olive notebook. I bought it because a lot of people use it, and it has thicker paper. It's dot grid. But I'll show you kind of how I set up. So I asked Kirby, she can draw and stuff, and she put some artwork in the front for me. You can see it's kind of went to the other page, but that's okay. I love this compass rose kind of thing. And it says, the darkest nights produce the brightest stars. And then it says that in Latin underneath it. So basically, I haven't found a quote yet, but this is how I did my year at a glance. This took a lot of time. If you don't want to do that, I found it kind of therapeutic because you're writing all these out. But you can just print off a calendar. No big deal. But you can see I used a black for the wording. I added some gold, and then I did blue marker, and then I just wrote on there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And it looks really nice. And just keeping the front, you know, your opening to like a color theme or something that simple it just makes it that simple. So then this is my future log. I wanted space to have, so I just wrote January, February, March, and then wrote out the months there so I can put what's coming up, things like that. And this is not for school. So I did that all the way through the first, you know, through the end of the year. So you have a place where you can go and say, oh, I got this trip coming up in July, but it's only January, and I haven't put January in my monthly spreads yet, right? So then I did a one for school, because you can see school this is for the first semester. It takes a lot of space. And so I wanted a place where I could just do school stuff and everything not get jumbled together. So I have a school log. And this took a while too. I just set it up just a little to be a little bit different. I really liked it. I wasn't working at the time. I took some time off, so I had time to do it. That's some washi tape at the top. And then I just wrote on top of it. School future log. Look, I mean, I'm real creative here. But I have like what assignments are due, which class is, so I have 3 classes, and 1 class each week is live. The rest they're pre-recorded. So it reminds me which ones are there. So I did that for the whole year, so I have a place to do that. The next page I don't want you to see. That's a password keeper. So let me... There we go. But I'll let you see the one beside it. I just took, again, some more washi tape and wrote on top of that, and that's my bill tracker. Again, like I mentioned in the other one, it's pretty laid out there. And that's how I know to, you know, that it got paid. I don't have anything late, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just really, really simple. The next 2 pages, let me see how I can do this. The next 2 pages are my 401k tracker and my savings tracker, and it's yearly tracker. So there you go. So basically I wrote 401k tracker in really bad penmanship, the month, and then I just put what my 401k is looking like, and then over here I wrote savings, and I have the month, and then in these little gold boxes I wrote how much I put away in savings. And then I have a little spot at the bottom for the total, and this is just washi tape and marker. This is my 2021 reading blog. You can see from the other page some stuff bled through. No big deal. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Some people it does. So if you did, then you could just cover it up. But yeah, what I did is I made a title section, author section, start, finish, and my star rating. And I finished 2 books so far. And then the next page is kind of like a social media tracker. And then I'm thinking about doing at the movies, but I can't, who knows with COVID, I don't know. If it doesn't end up being at the movies, I will put something pretty there. And then I have my 2021 knitting project tracker. Project name, cast on, bind off, yards, grams. This is my things to check out. Really simple. There's nothing there yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that because I don't know if I use it. I have a favorite things thing. I do like this because, like, if I find a favorite tea, I'll paste that on there or whatnot. I am planning to do a running log and a cycling log. So just the date, the miles. So I just made these columns, date, miles, date, miles, date, miles, to keep up with that, and then a cycling log just to kind of see it on paper. I've done no cycling. I've done no running. It's been, just haven't. I made a wish list and a Happy Mail tracker. Again, just writing and then some washi tape. It's not, mine are not that complicated. And then I have this section, 2021 important events. This is where I am going to be putting things like I put 2021, Joe Biden, it was Inauguration Day. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were elected. So any like important events, kind of keeping track there. Finally, so that's just the yearly, like that's what you go back to that all year. And then this is how I decided to do my monthly spreads. So I just wrote January at the top, put some washi tape, wrote again the month and the day, and then what's coming up that day. Over here, I have my monthly to-do list, upcoming events, and then I'm gonna do these little trackers. And I was bad in January and didn't exercise much and didn't do water like I was supposed to, so I didn't track it. But then I did set up my weeklies like this. So I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then a notes section for each week, and I wrote the day. So I just keep track of that, and I put what my tasks are, work, anything I have to do for school, if I need to, like, say, hey, you have a paper coming up, so I need to work on it this day, any meetings I have, that goes here for the week. And I usually will go to my future log and see when I set up a new month, what's coming up this month, then I put it in the weekly. So I do the whole week, the whole month weeklies out in a row. And then if there's anything in that month that I want to write about, it would go here. I don't know that I will write anything. This month it was a month. Yeah, and then I will be setting up for February, and I'll do the same kind of thing. I might put some heart stickers or something like that, but that's how I use my bullet journal. I love it because it has things that I like to keep track of all in one place, and my monthly to do everything like that. So like monthly to do would be like give Diamond her medicine, and yeah, that's what I do. And then if I get to actually do things that are fun with people, I will I will put some of that stuff here. I have a little, you saw the little, I can't remember, I think it's a Canon Ivy, and just pictures from my iPhone that I took. I just print a couple off or one off, and sticky tape is sticky on the back, so I just stick it in there, write a little thing, what's going on, and voila. So that's it. For the bullet journals, a couple of you asked that I do that, so I wanted to do that. But this is already like 37 minutes long. It's longer than I was expecting. But, yeah, it's been a good time. I need to get going, though. I really need to make myself something to eat. I'm hungry, and I need to get writing this paper I have due tomorrow. It's only 3 pages. It's fine. And then I have some chores I need to do as well. And then, back to work tomorrow. So, yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful week. It's really rainy here, so it's good weather to stay in and do school stuff and chores. But I'm looking forward to the not freezing and wet temperature, so I can be outside a little bit more. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. 6 feet apart. Eat healthy. drink plenty of water, and I'll see you next time. Bye.